Hairston on.
I seen it.
Remember when we thought he was going to be like the greatest player who ever lived?
He really had potential, and then he didn't.
Yeah, like that whole class had a lot of potentials. Monty Lunan, Bryce Taylor, and that guy Malik Hairston. And then 2-1 Porter came a little bit later.
Nobody makes me madder than fucking Kenny Wooten. Because he had so much potential and was getting better. And then
just
somebody was
to try
like,
the league.
yeah, somebody was like, hey, you can make it in the league. And the league's like, no, you can't. No.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jordan Bell is like bouncing from team to team to team.
Doing the Kenny Wooten.
Yeah.
Like, shot blocking. He actually has a little offense too, but still.
I saw one of my favorite highlights of Jordan Bell is when he does the off the backboard windmill.
And they're like, we don't do that because they're like 30. That's so good. Yeah, that's been going around the internet for the last week or so.
Yeah, I mean, when you forget to box out 2 free throws in a row, though.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your fucking mouth, Dave.
We don't talk about that.
Basketball.
God.
I play 2K, and I always pick up Jordan Bell. All right.
My favorite thing about
like how we both immediately respond.
Right?
Shut the fuck up.
Stop. My favorite thing about like Dave not having a family. So, no, that came out bad.
I'm an orphan.
Dave.
So what's going on here is Dave plays a lot of Xbox here, and like he plays that baseball game all the time, and like I'll just sit there and watch it, and I'm like, this is so much better than regular baseball.
It's actually
like,
it's surprisingly fun.
All right, next batter, blink, next batter.
Right.
I'm like, this is fucking not bad.
Like the show is surprisingly fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we talked about that a while back too. How even I, as much as I love baseball, will not sit down and watch a game on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's on while I'm doing things, great.
Baseball's a background game.
Yeah, exactly. Give me tickets to a Mariners game. Absolutely. Oh, I've been to plenty of baseball games all over. I'll go to a live ball game. It's a little more fun that way. Yeah,
different.
Absolutely. But I cannot sit down and stay. It's like watching NASCAR.
Yeah, I don't get NASCAR at all.
Man, I used to watch NASCAR, and I loved it, and then I just slowly outgrew it. And I think it was the way they did the advertising, and then the different announcers, and I was just like, meh, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
What was it that the Wall Trip used to say? Shoogity boogity, and we're on our way, or something like that.
I have no idea.
It's like slam bam boogity, and here we go. What?
I think that was Dave Chappelle,
and it was Woogie Boogie.
Oh, Woogie Boogie.
And then expletive or racial slur.
Dave, don't get into that part of your brain.
No. All right, I'll silence it.
No, that makes it louder.
Oh shit, you're right.
Like it's almost football time, boys.
Dude, Bales and I were just talking about that. 3 days, 2 works and 3 sleeps.
Like, yeah, it's so close.
We're gonna go to the casino, and we're gonna play some bets on the noon games, and we're gonna watch the game there.
I've been like mildly upset that I own Georgia gear.
Right, because
like it's slowly creeping into my mind. I'm like today I went to the man shed to check on my battery thing that we use for tailgating, and oh, by the way, Dave, it works all the way now. It's I basically reset it.
Nice.
And I see a pair of Georgia shoes, and I was like, fuck those shoes. Like,
at least they're in the shed.
They're like brand new. I never wore them. They had like you could see like a bulldog on the side, like kind of imprinted on it. And I was like, I'll just sell them on eBay, and I just never have. But they're just sitting there. I was like, fuck these shoes. Fuck these shoes. Let me rephrase. When we win, we'll burn them. Our defense is going to be fucking good, and I'm excited.
Apparently, and this is what I just heard, Bailey told me this earlier today, that Christian Gonzalez is predicted to go 11th overall in the draft.
What?
Yeah.
What does he even play?
Cornerback.
I heard his name on
He was a transfer
TV.
from Colorado.
That's right. Yeah, dude, our defense might be fucking legit.
Disgusting. Our defense is going. We have
because we have
playmakers
two
at every level.
safeties that are NFL level. We have at least 2 linebackers, 1 defensive end / lineman, and I think we have we've probably got 8 guys on our defense that go to the league.
We have the athletes to compete with Georgia.
Right.
We have the talent to compete with Georgia. Now we got to play a good game, and they've got to make a mistake or two. Because honestly, Georgia's
I can tell you haven't got your Dan Lanning impression yet, because you're like sort of in the Dana Altman, but not really.
No, I'm not doing
anything.
I'm fucking like just getting
I
myself
get
going.
It. It's the same though. It's either way. Just talking about it. Yeah, exactly. Talking about it turns into a shtick, and then we get fired up, and Cliff Harris shows up, and yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm so ready.
I got a whole closet full of jerseys to wear to work.
Yeah.
For Green Friday.
There you go, man.
I need to get my stuff out of boxes.
Bailey has been wearing Bailey apparently is a weather doesn't affect him because he's been wearing hoodies every day.
Yeah.
And he wears his duck hoodie, and people have been giving us shit. We don't give a fuck. There's more of us than there are of you at this point.
Yep. Oh, when I worked at the prison, we used to have college day during football season where you could wear a ball cap from what college, right? Well, as an Oregonian living in northern Washington, that was always fun.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Except you were there that year they went 4-8, so that wasn't fun.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Nah.
I remember going up to Marysville to watch that Nebraska game and getting really, really disappointed.
I do remember that.
Wait, did we lose at Nebraska? Oh,
yeah, we lost. Nebraska.
I remember now. Yeah,
because we went for 2 11 times.
We went for 2 and then chased it. Is what we did instead of
Mm.
Oh well.
Well, if we get it, we'll be back to 14 and it'll be okay. Shit,
exactly.
12.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not great. So today I was just looking through jobs, and I see that Glendale is looking for a full-time substitute, and I was like, do I apply?
I think you do.
I've said it in my head at least a dozen times. Do I apply?
Well, here's the deal, right? You can always say no later.
I'm aware, and it would be.
What's the answer you want to hear? What's the answer you want to hear?
I want to teach PE. That's the answer I want to hear.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's yesterday, Dave and I got food, but we stopped at the mini mart first, and Dave's in line in front of me, and he's like, "I'll take those 2 Crispitos," and I'm like, I wanted 2 Crispitos.
I wanted that.
So he's like, "You want one?" And I was like, "No."
I want 2.
You want one of them? No. Okay. I'm like, "Hey, go to Taco Bell."
Do it now.
After I had told him I didn't want Mexican food, and then I order it, and then he's like, "I thought you didn't want that or something," and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't want one. I wanted 2." It's like, I'm gonna be a pouty little bitch about it, and I don't care.
Dude, it's like when I end up going into 7-Eleven to get a hot dog, and I walk in and they're all fucked up. I'm like, guys, or the buns are fucking stale.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're gonna make me get 2 slices of pizza instead of a slice of pizza and a hot dog? What the fuck?
Right.
Still drinking my Major Melon Big Gulp.
Big gulps, huh?
Well, see you later.
I feel like you should just apply for that job, since I applied for jobs I don't really want.
That's how you do it. That's how it happens.
Yeah, I guess.
You start I applied for a bunch of jobs I didn't want, and then I got a job at Delta.
Yeah.
Right. I just applied for a few jobs through the circuit court and all the criminal justice systems.
Dude, are you gonna be a bailiff?
No.
Dude, you should be a bailiff. That'd be awesome. You don't have to do shit. You just stand there and listen to people talk about like small claims court. That'd be the fucking best job for you. Like, you can just stand around. You can just stand around with a gun, like just look cool. Just
like the judge looks over at you and you're like,
I don't know, Judge. And then everybody laughs.
Yep.
And then I do like a James Brown kick spin thing.
And that goes viral.
Oh,
and all of a sudden you're there's that one judge in like Connecticut that his talking to people who come through traffic court is like legendary. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh my God. Are you so and so from this street? I was your father's friend. I knew him in high school. Did he ever talk about blah 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 blah? Okay, so why are you here? You were going 80 and a 55. What's the deal with that?
Were you in a hurry or something?
Were you in a hurry? Yeah, but like he's one of those judges that actually like listens to people's stories and is reasonable with them instead of like just fucking like I had a judge that was incredibly reasonable. I got a ticket for passing a school bus. And I was really, really hoping that I was going to get to enter my own expertise into knowledge, into evidence, because like the person before me was having a conversation about overtaking, and she got a ticket because she hadn't completely overtaken the car, but she was overtaking the car, sort of deal. And so I had it locked in my mind that, Your Honor, as a professional rider, I can clearly tell you that overtaking is an action and a process. Therefore, it's not something that can be stopped without danger. And like I had this whole thing ready, but it literally came down to like the judge framed it. Like it was frame by frame with me passing the school bus, because I was past the nose or the tail of the bus when the sign came out.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and the bus was still moving. Like I slowed down.
Right, I remember the story, bits and pieces of it. And yeah, that's fucked up.
So I'm like, my nose is past the tail of the bus. Sign flips out as I go by, and the judge is sitting there with the wheel of his mouse going click, 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 and he's sitting there and he's like, by the letter of the law, you broke the law by 6 inches. He's like, as a judge, I have to uphold the ticket, but what I can do is make it the absolute minimum fine.
My answer as a judge would have been like, well, my title is judge.
Right.
And I judge you to be kind of guilty, kind of not, and I'm going to say, just don't do it again.
I would have said, you didn't break the law. I am the law.
I am the law.
I am the law. Yeah.
I didn't break the law. I need to watch Judge Dredd. I haven't watched that in so long.
Dude, we watched the fucking Rocky movie yesterday.
Which one?
Samaritan.
Oh, was that a bad one?
No, it's actually not bad at all. I didn't think. It's on Amazon, new one. Just came out like a couple days ago. Yeah. It's good. It's basically
Sylvester Stallone
Rocky
is a retired
plays,
Rocky plays a retired superhero in hiding, and some kid figures it out.
Figures out who he is.
BadFacts.info.
BadFacts.info.
See, this says let everyone know they're being recorded, but I'm in a one-party notification state, so I don't have to tell you guys that you're being recorded. I'm the only person that has to know I'm being recorded.
Yeah, but you're recording over state lines, so now it's a federal offense.
Well, double jeopardy, so.
I don't know how that
I'd
works,
like to buy a vowel.
D. Shit.
F.
Fuck.
No, that was just my response. Yeah.
All right, man. Are you ready for a good-ass show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And sooner or later, I'm going to figure out how to do this intro without Alex here, because I can't throw to him first. And I've been doing it for 5 years, so it's a little bit of a crutch. You'll have to pardon me. But we are joined by the Mouse of the Deep South, the head proprietor of the YouTube channel at, I guess it lapsed. I need to get it again, but I will soon get redarrowpnw.com. But you can reach us at youtube.com/redarrowproductions. It's the one with the logo that looks cool, not the one with the logo that looks dumb, with the videos that are dumb. You want to see three handsome gentlemen talking about nothing. Come to Red Arrow Productions on YouTube. You can see us sometimes in our pants.
And Bill Clinton.
It's very good. It's Robin.
It's very good. You're goddamn right it is. Yeah. What's up? I was thinking about that too. Like, considering how long Alex has not been on the show lately.
Right.
And then the motherfucker goes and charges $4 on my bank account because he rented a movie.
Boo.
When I had it down to, I had $1.60 in my account after he charged that. And I was like, you motherfucker. And then he didn't even offer to pay me back. Anyway.
That's
yeah,
it.
hi, I'm Robin.
It out on his butthole.
And then the third dude in the booth this week, that's Dave.
That's Dave.
Hey Jake, just so you know, you can throw it on me first whenever you feel like it.
Okay, baby, anytime. But since neither one of you will throw it on me, me. It's one take Jake back in the saddle again. Look, I don't want to say it's hot, but I put a steak on the grill and it reverse seared itself before I even turned on the propane. I am broadcasting from the surface of the sun, people. Let me tell you, it's hot.
How hot is it?
I just told you.
Oh.
I did that before. I did the punchline. I put the cart before the horse.
You put your thing down, flipped it, and reversed it.
You know what the phone? But the plan yet.
He put the coconut in the lime.
That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I mixed it all up, and it still tasted great.
You put the lime. Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of things I mixed with Coke, I have some Bullet Bourbon in here. That's not sody.
That's not sody. Oh my God, we are so close to mixed drink season.
Yep.
My mouth is actually salivating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have all the drinks.
Oh man, I can like.
I'm drinking.
Buffalo Trace. I do like a good Buffalo Trace. Is that a rye I see there? Is that rye?
No, it's the bourbon.
Oh, okay, cool. Shout out to Robin the bartender. I doubt you're listening to the show, but you've known me since I started the show, so maybe. She was my bartender in Corvallis, and she's the first person to give me Buffalo Trace. And it was really, really good at the Harrison Street Bar in Corvallis. Either one of you ever been that way?
I remember that, yeah.
I don't know the names of the bars. I only know the sound I make when I get drunk there.
I only know the sound it makes when it lies.
I only know the sound I make when I get a DUI in that town.
Yeah. It's
like, oh!
He's like, not again!
No!
It was more over by Riva's.
Daddy, no!
Riva's?
Oh, you mean the place that I would pull up in my Jeep, and before I could even talk, they'd be like, "Can you set the fries?" And I'd be like, "Fuck, you got me."
You got me pinned.
Like, how'd you know? Like, no one else pulls up in a turquoise Jeep.
Yep. Teal.
Teal for real.
That's right.
Well, hold the phone. Like, you haven't heard the rap group Turquoise Jeep?
No, I have.
Dave,
I have not.
Right now, whip out your Dave phone. Go to YouTube.
Oh, hold on, let me get the porn
All
out there.
We're vamping. Dave is going to YouTube. Can we get some Dave is going to YouTube music?
Turquoise Jeep.
Thank you.
That's a good thing I know how to spell turquoise.
Yeah. And so let's go with Fried or Fertilized is the name of the track, and that's going to be the start of the show this week.
Oh.
Yes, I know Turquoise Jeep. I just don't know that their names are Turquoise Jeep.
Yeah. How you like your eggs? Fried or fertilized.
Let me schmang it. Yep, I remember that one.
So
actually, I'm already halfway through Fried or Fertilized. Apparently, I looked it up recently.
Are you fried or are you fertilized?
Yeah. Hey. Unrelated. You see this? I see that it's 1 and 23.
Yeah,
I made you the short one.
I couldn't find it. Where was it?
You have to log into the YouTube. I made it a private so that somebody else can't so they have to watch the other one.
They have to watch I see it.
Yeah. So you got to log in.
That's where I went wrong. All right.
Yeah, I can change it to public.
No, it's fine. It's
fine. Public.
I think our people understand if you're listening to the pre-show, just jump ahead a little bit.
Yeah, it's usually the show is about an hour, and if you haven't figured it out by now, then now you know because we just told you.
And if you don't know, now you know. That makes me miss Dino. Have you heard from him recently?
Yeah, it was not good.
That's unfortunate.
Not good. And when I was up there in Portland, I tried to see him and got the text that just said no. I was like, oh, fuck me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, whenever I get paid though for this job we've been working, I'll send him the tumbler and fucking glass that I got him. Did I tell you about that? It's like you know how he has that Day of the Dead ducks painting that he paid a bunch for? I found a glass and a tumbler that have awesome. Similar, not exactly the same because the colors on that were super unique, but yeah.
You should send me his address. I want to at least send him a letter or something.
Yeah, I'll send you that. Yeah.
Because like I've sent him a few text messages, but you know.
Yeah, it's tough because like
he was handicapped to begin with.
Right. Like, yeah, it's just shitty. The whole thing sucks.
You guys might remember Dean. He was one of our first interviews with interesting dudes available in the archives. Go back and listen to that. He talks a lot about his experiences being a handicapped person incarcerated in the prison system. And so let you know, it's not an easy listen when you hear the realities of what our prison system is to people like that. And I'm sure Dave can talk a little bit about that too. He's seen some shit, I'm sure. But go back and listen. Go back and listen to that in the archives. Interviews with interesting dudes with Dean Westwood. So that's available. But we love Dean. He's our boy, and we hope he turns a corner.
Yeah. Smart. One of the smarter dudes we've probably ever met. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart feller. It's better to be a smart feller than a fart smeller.
Yeah, go ahead and write that down.
Was that the name of the episode?
What was it?
It's better to be a smart feller than a fart smeller.
Smart feller.
Featuring Doja Cat.
Featuring and Dave.
Yeah, that's it.
Be a smart feller. We're vamping. Hey, so I went to
that one fucked my brain up.
Yeah, right. I went to a Mariners game Sunday night. Then I went to work and got in a fight.
I thought the fight was today.
Yeah, I said then I went to work and got in a fight.
I guess that's true still. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't say what day I went to work.
That's very true.
But so
did they win said game?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I have never been to a Mariners game where they won, so I stopped going.
I've been to like 6 wins and 2 losses.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
I've been to 5 losses.
You should come up with me.
I don't know.
Oh, I take that back. 3 losses. I watched the Mariners get swept by the Yankees. Which will happen. So I got there. It was Ichiro bobblehead night because he got inducted into the Mariners Hall of Fame.
Right.
And it's a really cool bobblehead. It's Ichiro, and next to it's got 10 Golden Gloves stacked up, and he's holding 3 bats in one hand because he had the Silver Slugger Award 3 times, and he's got his MVP and Rookie of the Year trophy in the other hand. It's a really cool, probably one of the cooler bobbleheads I've seen in a long time.
Right.
So I got that, and the Mariners are in the playoff hunt. Right now, if the season ended today, they would be in the wild card and they'd be playing playoff baseball. First 20,000 in the door got a bobblehead, and the Mariners' average attendance on the year is 27,000. So I'm like, there's almost no way we're not going to get this, but we should definitely show up early because I am not new to this thing.
Yeah.
So I get there, jump in line, go get a shirt for the kid. It's his birthday, so I was blowing it out for him. Got him a hat, got him a shirt, that sort of deal.
So you spent $300.
Yeah.
Right.
No, like, so check this out. So I grabbed a size 8 hat, and as a joke, I threw it on his head, and it fit.
What the hell?
I have no idea. So I got him a clearance hat for cheaper than it should have been.
Well, that's
but
cool.
Still, yeah, I was like, yeah, this will be funny. This is bigger than what fits on me. Thunk. What the fuck?
Right. Jesus.
So we're up we are literally as high as you. There was one row of seats behind us.
Oh, nice.
And sitting that high up at a baseball game is actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't really want to do that for football, but like, I mean, I would if it was at Michigan. Like, I would love to go to the big house.
Yeah.
But like, for baseball, you're the perfect height because the ball goes up to your eye level and then down.
Yeah.
So it was cool. The Mariners won 4-0, a couple home runs. It was the first shutout I'd ever seen. But the place was almost sold out. There had to have been a solid 50,000 people there.
Wow.
And I hadn't felt the buzz in the arena for a very, very long time. But being there in the arena, I was like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun right now. I'm like so into this game. Like I was fascinated. It didn't hurt that the first 6 innings went by in like an hour and a half.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The pitchers were just mowing the dudes down. And so then the Mariners hit a couple home runs late. But it was like, I'm into this. I'm here for this. And like the experience at the ballpark is so massively different. Because you don't have to watch what's happening
No.
There's all sorts of shit going on all the time.
You don't have to listen to somebody tell you stories about what they did last week and whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, going to the Mariners game, I realized that like I'm in for this playoff run. Like before the podcast today, I watched the last couple innings of the game against Detroit, see how it ended. I'm like, I'm following this team. I'm in it to win it. Let's go. I'm true to the blue.
Similarly, I watched Dave in the 13th inning of a game on the Xbox.
And I
also with the Mariners.
And I lost to the Detroit Tigers.
Ooh.
Coincidentally, that's who I was playing today.
I've been playing a lot of Madden.
Yeah.
Yeah. But are you good at the show, or are you just middling? Are you average? Could you like join a league and wreck shit?
Oh no. I think like I've gone online and played a few times. I'm not quick enough on my decision making to be a good hitter in this game.
Right. I just can't catch up to it.
Yeah. But at the same time, I also don't want to put it on such a low difficulty rating that I'm just hitting nothing but dingers with dudes with 40 power.
Well, there's two ways to have fun with this game. It's to play competitive and do Diamond Dynasty, or you create a player and just break all records.
Yeah, right.
That's the other way to have fun, to have 150 home runs a season and steal every 130 bases. Like I created an entire like storyline for Jake Tabor, the baseball player. I was like, I had just demanded a trade.
Jake
to the
Tabor, the baseball player, is the name of the episode.
There it is. So I created this entire storyline. I was like, I want out of this city. I got traded to Philly. I went into free agency. I said, whoever signs me will experience the single greatest.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, the single greatest hitting season in the history of baseball, and I will deliver you a championship. And so I set the record for hits, doubles, home runs, stolen bases, runs, and RBIs, like all in the same season. Because like you put it on low difficulty. It was like back in 2K11 for NBA 2K11. Like the engine was broken enough that you could pump fake a guy and drive and dunk or hit the 3 every single time. And so it was on. I put it on rookie and I would score 130 points a game and just run up and down the
in
court
like 4-minute quarters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. See,
so you would have like 130 points a game, and everyone else in the league was averaging like 45.
Right, but my team also scored another 35 to 40 points because I needed my 15 assists.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. Of course. Yep. When I play the show, I have a lot of fun. I do the franchise.
Uh-huh.
And
I do a connected franchise with you. We should do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I like to I'll sim about a third of the season, just to get through there. But I really enjoy, like, even in 2K Madden in the show, I enjoy the off-season stuff.
Yeah.
Almost more than I enjoy playing the game.
That's why Madden Ultimate Team is great, because half of the game is just player management.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I miss about the college football game.
Yeah.
Because I love the recruiting. Back. I love the recruiting shit, and you're getting like 5-star guys, and like I would occasionally create a guy and just be like, okay, can I recruit him? And just do it that way. Like, oh my God.
Gavin
so
Foster
much
is my dude. The greatest cornerback to ever play at Oregon is named Gavin Foster.
It's Cliff Harris.
Well, there's that. So when it comes out next July, we need to get into like a five dude connected like dynasty, and we need to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot.
I'm down. Yeah, because that's the thing. Because I don't play a whole lot of Madden, because I grew up playing NCAA.
Right, and it's a different engine. You understand it's a different engine.
It's just it's like completely different game. Yeah,
it is just slightly different. Yeah.
I thank you for saying that. I've been saying that for years, and no one understood. They're like, if you're good at NCAA, why aren't you good at Madden? I'm like, it's completely different.
No.
If you can find plays that you've used or similar plays, then it's not so bad. But even then, defense is really different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
I remember that time we took the Xbox and I got bodied by that dude who was Notre Dame, and he just threw it to Golden Tate over and over.
Over and over, yeah.
I was like, I'm Oregon, you're Notre Dame. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
This is when like Oregon was good, but they were like top 15, not number 3.
Right. Yeah. People are dumb.
People are dumb. But anyway, yeah, we got to do that. We got to get that
connected. Absolutely. Is that what's supposed to be coming out in June or July next year?
July
next year, yeah.
Okay.
Man, dude, we just talked about something else for next year. Dave was like, "Hey, we should go to Brazil."
Yep.
Yeah, and he's like, I was like, "We should go to Carnival," and he's like, "When's that?" And I'm like, "Middle of February." Look it up. It's like February 17th. Do you know what that is, Jake?
I know a thing or two.
Okay. It's basically like a big party and parade. It's like Mardi Gras, but Carnival is more naked.
Yep. We're gonna have to brush up on our Portuguese.
And then Dave was like, "We gotta brush up on our Spanish."
Yeah,
they speak Portuguese there. What? Nah. And then I was like, "And don't forget, we still have November for Vegas."
Yep.
I did say that if we go to Brazil, you need to go to your doctor beforehand.
Right.
Say, hey, what STDs are curable?
I need shots for that.
I'll take one of each.
Yep.
Like preemptive strike against STDs.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to the next year, because I had an interesting conversation with my boss, and like it's one of those conversations that makes me think about November as a realistic probability, as opposed to a realistic possibility.
For next year, you mean for
November 23. Yeah. Like I'm positioning in the way that I can have great success.
That's the other side of applying for that full-time sub thing, is then I have full-time money, and full-time money means different. Fun time money, which means I'm buying like 3 pairs of shoes a month, and
I got oh my God, the Adidas apps got me fucked up. I bought another pair of shoes. The ones I said, not since the last pair. They showed up today, yesterday at work.
Yeah.
Because I have them all shipped to the warehouse because they ship FedEx, We get an ass ton of FedEx packages. They just bring them to me in the warehouse.
Okay.
Instead of sitting on my porch where somebody might
could
take
just
them.
disappear. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Adidas app, every once in a while, like something Alex tried to do like 15 years ago was completely change.
Who's Alex?
He's a guy who used to be a co-host on the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You may remember him. Available in our archives back when Alex was on the show.
Visit the archives.
This is the archives. This is the archives is the name of the episode.
I said visit, but that's okay.
Oh, visit. All right, then fuck it then. Jake Tabor the Baby. Way better.
Yes,
all right.
it is.
Refresh me. Where was I?
I don't know. The archives.
Alex and tried to revolutionize.
Yeah. Alex was trying to do something, and you were talking about the app with Adidas and the shoes.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. So he was trying to change all of his footwear to Adidas roundhouses, and he didn't. So what I'm working on currently is outside of Oregon footwear and dress footwear, all of my shoes are going to be Adidas Superstars. Because there are so many different colorways that come out.
There's a lot.
Like, and I scan the app and the shit comes up and I grab them when I can. And a new pair came out like last week, and it just so happened that a new pair came out the same time that they dropped like a 20% off sale.
Oh.
And so these shoes were already like the regular price for a pair of Superstars is like $100.
Yeah.
But these were $80 for some reason.
Oh.
And then they were 20% off of that. And so I'm like,
it was like 64 or something.
It was like with tax, it was $56.
Wow.
And so the reason why the Adidas app has me fucked up is because the Adidas app supports Klarna.
I
don't know what that is.
You know, Dave, are you familiar with Klarna?
Klarna, no.
No, who is she?
Yeah, hi, Felicia. Klarna is a company that essentially allows you to pay for things over the course of 2 months in 4 increments.
Oh, that's like
yeah, I see
there's a bunch of them out there.
Yeah,
Amazon has one.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Affirm or whatever. Yeah, there's a few of them.
Yeah, that's the one on Amazon is Affirm or whatever.
And so all I have to do is like give these guys $15 every 2 weeks for the next 2 months, and I have these shoes. And that's a really, really bad situation.
I get it, yeah.
Because if I see something I like, and if I'm paying $15 every 2 weeks for 2 months,
yeah,
that's not the same money.
Yeah, it's you're not suddenly not spending that money on shoes. You're not buying a McDonald's dinner once a week instead.
Yeah, really.
And so on top of that, like I saw that Vivid Seats is using Klarna now too. So tickets for the Eastern Washington game, I can just do that.
There you go.
Instead of having to pay it all up front, which I was fine with, but I'd prefer if I don't have to, why would I?
Yeah. Dude, I miss the fucking actual tickets coming to the house.
Yep. Oh, that was so good.
That was the best. You'd open it up and be like, oh, and now it's like, well,
here are your digital tickets.
Actually, they don't even tell you. They just expect you to make your payments, and then it's up to me to be like, oh yeah, do I have tickets? And I go look on the app. Yes, I do.
Sure do.
Cool. Assholes.
We the B-Man and I may have a secondary way in this season due to his having worked there previously.
Oh yeah.
So could be to our benefit.
Yep. See my tickets.
There they are.
Mm-hmm.
We're black. Ooh,
man, what are you expecting out of the BYU fans?
They're mildly cocky, and their chicks can sometimes be hot.
So like the last time we played BYU was a debacle at the Las Vegas Bowl. Like, you know they're gonna bring that up because of course they will. Like,
I don't even remember that. So
it's like, remember 2008? Like, no, do you? Clearly.
I was too drunk to remember 2008.
2008.
More like
remember when polygamy was legal? Oh, okay.
2008, more like 2000 and late. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him, Fergie.
I want to offer, like, I want to walk around with a shirt that says, like, free beer for Mormons. Can you make me a shirt that says free beer for Mormons?
I can definitely make that happen. I am writing that down.
My dad and I were in Utah one time, and we went to this brewery, and they had the Mormonator Stout was the name of the beer, and they had a guy that looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger sitting on a bicycle.
Yeah.
And he had the sunglasses on and like the shirt and tie and the name tag, and it said "I'll be Bach."
That's so good. Remember Orgasmo? Maybe we should bring copies of Orgasmo.
A mile.
We should just like Photoshop Orgasmo with the Jets quarterback. Put his face on it.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that guy.
See, we should just like ask if Zach Wilson's mom's around.
Yeah.
Then we can Young Gravy our way into some BYU parties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that too.
Damn gravy, you so vicious.
Yeah, I fucking love that song.
I don't know that song. Like, I don't. Every once in a while, like Young Gravy's one of those artists. I'm like, I don't know if he's the guy that
He's got one song. He's got one song right now that's good. He actually has an older song that's not bad. It's like One Thought, Two Thought, Three Thought, Four, or something like that.
Red Thought, Blue Thought.
Yeah, that's
what it was. Police. But anyway, like he's a guy that like every once in a while, I hear about someone who gets hot, like, and I'm like, I don't know if I need to follow this guy. Young Gravy feels like the guy who's like blowing up right now that I don't need to follow.
I watched 8 TikToks about the whole drama with him and Addison Rae's mom and dad and Young Gravy yesterday.
I saw that he took Addison Rae's mom to the
VMAs. Yes, he did.
Which is funny.
Yeah. So here's the scoop on that, and I think they're both from Louisiana. I've noticed he's paid attention to the Louisiana people a little bit here and there, and so I'm like, he might be from there too. I didn't check that part out. Anyway, Addison Rae is from Louisiana, and her and her family moved out to L.A.
LA.
Where
Rochester, Minnesota.
Oh well, hey, he does look Minnesota now that you say
it's
it.
Very clear.
Minnesota.
He sounds like you're gonna bump into him and he's gonna go, oh.
Nope.
Yeah. So he became
just
friends.
Squeeze by you here and grab the ranch.
He became friends with Addison Rae, which is a TikTok chick, and then Addison Rae's dad starts cheating on Addison Rae's mom. Exactly. And then Addison Rae's mom hangs out with Young Gravy. Addison Rae's dad, who's dating some chick, is like, I want to fight Young Gravy. I want to box him. I challenge him to a box. And Young Gravy's like, bro, no.
I just boxed your wife.
Yeah, right? He's like, you're a grown-ass man. Grow up. Like, just...
I've never seen your wife wrestle, but I have seen her box.
I've seen her box.
Ha-ha! Anyway, like, that's pretty much the Cliff Notes version. And then Young Gravy's like, well, I'm going to take your ex-wife to the VMAs and make out with her all night at least. And who knows what happened after that.
Young Gravy's got a reputation for moms.
He does. Like all the moms.
We need to start calling Zach Wilson Young Gravy.
I'm okay with that.
I mean,
movement starts.
What do you expect from a guy named Young Gravy?
I mean, your mascot's already the Cougars. What did you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That's why he went to BYU.
Ooh, we need to come up with some Cougar related jokes to have ready for those guys.
How about fuck you guys?
How about no?
How was that joke? Did you like that one?
I like that one. Fuck you guys.
That's a good one. Hey, fuck you. How about that?
Yeah. You guys aren't even a real religion.
hey, guess what? No one's
I'm a
gonna pick you.
Jedi.
Like, hey, no one's gonna pick you up for the super conferences. No one cares about BYU.
Nobody wants you. You're not
Nobody
Notre
cares.
Dame. There's Notre Dame, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nobody
cares. It's because Notre Dame wins. Like, you won in the 90s. You had a guy named Steve Young.
And before that, they had McMahon.
And
Ed McMahon? No.
Jim
Vince
McMahon.
No. Oh, yeah.
Jim
there you
McMahon.
go.
Dude, they
McMahon,
did
that
Jim
guy.
McMahon dirty.
They did.
Like, they fucked Jim McMahon.
Well, then he did the Super Bowl shuffle.
But he did, like, here's one thing I want to know. When they said, we ain't here to cause no trouble, that's a double negative. I need to know whether or not, definitively, they were there to cause trouble.
Maybe we can find one of the guys. Like, it's been long enough now that there are people that were on that right. Bears team that'd be like, yeah, I'll come on your podcast and tell you the answers.
I mean, I did get Zaid Abdul Aziz, former NBA player, on the podcast. Interviews with interesting dudes, available in the archives.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, so check it out.
Yeah, let's make that happen. Let's find out if they want trouble.
Hey, yeah, that'll be my first question right off the top. Like, hello.
That
Donald...
should be the only question. All right, and thank you for being on the show.
Well, like, I want to know. Like, all right, thank you I just want to take it just right off the top, just very serious here. Take it very seriously. Michael Gilliam, when you said, we ain't here to cause no trouble, I just want to do the Super Bowl shuffle. Were you or were you not, in fact,
why does this feel like a courtroom drama? It might
there
be.
To cause any trouble?
Objection, leading.
All right, thank you. We'd like to thank Roger Gilliam for joining us today on my show.
Right. Oh my God.
Well, you don't want to know about playing with the fridge? No, fuck that. I just want to know if you were here to cause any trouble.
I mean, we could do a full interview and then just cut it. Just cut it to that one question.
The rest of it was unusable. It's gone down.
Right. It's gone. Sorry, guys.
Your microphone is shit.
It says it's a live bear.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
Live bear. He will literally rip your face off. Yeah. Yeah.
So I realized something. Have that when I have ideas that are probably bad ideas that I want to do anyway. Well, yeah, usually you're involved. Yeah. But I realized that I basically go into a Beavis and Butt-head voice when I want to do something stupid. The other day I was doing something and I was like, yeah, then we'll go get drunk. I was like, oh God. So, yeah, I want to go there. I want to fuck him up. I'm like, oh, that's a thing, huh? That's my lizard brain talking is what that is.
I pointed out to Dave the other day that I do the Jake laugh all the time.
Right.
And then I was like, see, I did it. Like pointing at that one.
Yeah. We were playing Call of Duty one night, and Brian, our cop buddy up in Portland.
Oh yeah.
He made the comment about how I laugh when I say something that I think is funny.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, "Hey man, you fucking suck at this game."
You have like the George W. Bush laugh.
Yeah, I do the I do that, and he brought it up, and then for like weeks, maybe months,
it gets in your head.
Every time we'd play, I'd say something, I'd be like,
even now to this day, in any conversation I have, I will cringe if I say, "Here's the thing." In any conversation.
I felt like you were about to say it, and
I said, "Here's the deal."
Yes, that was it. I was like, he's about to say it. He's gonna say it.
Nope.
He ain't say it.
Walked up to it, walked away from it.
I almost dropped it. That's funny. I was like, that's so good.
I still laugh like that. I can't help. I mean, I think it's a genetic
like a schoolgirl too.
I do absolutely. But that's the thing too, like getting me to laugh. Like Robin and I watched Beavis and Butthead the other day. Robin is losing it.
I was losing
He's
it. I looked
dying.
over
You're an easy laugh. Like you laugh at shit. Like,
and I'm watching it and I'm entertained. I enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. But I'm just kind of I'm just the whole time I'm like,
huh. That's some good shit.
Yep.
See, I think
Beavis
now
gets a hook stuck in his face and I'm just dying.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, he's right.
But I do like I giggle. I giggle a lot. Like you won't catch me out.
We'll catch him slipping.
Like you guys have both heard me laugh, like actually gut bust laugh before, but I just don't do it that often. I just rather go. I just go, man, and then I move on.
I don't think many people laugh as much as me.
You laugh a lot.
I like laughing. It's funny.
You do. It's fun. But like I was talking to Robin about this, and I think I even said it on the show that like there's one moment in every episode of Beavis and Butt-head that makes me laugh uncontrollably. And for me, like I'm like you, Dave. I'm more of a reserved laugher. Like I laugh a lot more to people talking to me than I do watching a funny show on TV. But like when I watch Beavis and Butt-head, the shit that happens catches me so off guard.
It's so ridiculous.
Like the episode where Beavis was just twerking. I had to pause the show because I missed so many punchlines. Like I was keeled up laughing.
That show it's so good compared to the old ones.
Yeah.
Because like it's I don't know if it does this on yours, but on mine it goes to just the next episode. Well, generally. after I've watched the newest episode, then it goes back to episode 1 or whatever it was from like the 90s, and I'm like, this is dumb. Diarrhea. Like,
this is dumb.
Like even the one that
dumb.
Even the one that he did in like 2017, that was it was kind of good. It wasn't as good as what he's doing.
It's not nearly as good as this. This is like he's got somebody to help him, or he really went back and looked and was like, okay,
I can do this better.
I didn't really give it my all. Yeah.
I need to see whatever the episode is where they talk about the whole male privilege thing, because
the white privilege,
or the white privilege, the white privilege thing. Pardon me, sir, we have white privilege.
I was dying. That it's like 4 minutes.
I saw that clip. What episode is that? Is that the new one?
I think it's the new one. I haven't watched it yet.
It's not out until tomorrow.
I haven't watched last week's.
Oh, it wasn't on last week's. I expected it to be
it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be coming up then. Oh,
but yeah,
so
that
funny.
was pretty hilarious.
And we have this.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe I'll let me see if I can find it, because it could be one of those 2017 ones that we just missed out on. River the other day was like, why is his name Butthead? And I was like, hey, we don't ask these kind of questions.
We don't ask these questions.
Why is his name Beavis?
His
last name River.
And his name is Dave. Dave, calm down.
We all know the answer.
She didn't choose that. It's not her choice. We don't make fun of the people for things they don't choose.
Yeah, we do a lot.
You're right.
She gets mad. Like, she's like, why did my mom pick that name? People make fun of it. And I'm like, I tried to say that to her. Nobody's going to make fun of it. I'm like, you're a goddamn liar.
I'll retell this story because it's been long enough. My dad and I, we were talking to a friend of his, and she was like, oh yeah, we're going to have the baby soon. Everything's going to be great. And I've got a name that no kid is going to be able to make fun of.
Story. Yeah.
And my dad and I are standing there, and we're both like, all right. Challenge accepted, And she's like, all right, we're going to name the baby Journal. And my dad and I, in one voice, say, Urinal. Just immediately, we were both there, just like, without a moment, just Urinal. And she looked at us like, oh my God. Like, how do you do this? Like, because everyone gets made fun of.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no escape.
Everybody. Some of us more than others. Some of us accept it more than others.
Well, like when I was when I moved stateside, we moved from Hawaii, moved to Oregon. I went into my first class, and my name's David. How are you gonna make fun of that? I walked in, and like 3 girls looked at me and said, "Hey, what's up?"
Well, these people.
Got him.
Oh my God. We were talking about people who just kind of accept being made fun of, and I'm reminded of one of the most epic party nights I've been a member of. A night that ended with me trying to sleep on a counter, me falling asleep in the front seat of a Geo Metro, wanting biscuits and gravy that weren't made for another several hours, and I decided I would just wait there for someone to drive me to the biscuits and gravy.
Yep.
But the main event of the evening was when we all lied to a young man. We, as you may be aware, we are still somewhat fans of Ric Flair here on the podcast.
Woo!
Woo! And especially at this time, this guy comes out of the house, and we say to him, his name's Murph. He's a fucking Murph kid. That's not his real name. I don't even know what his name is. But
Tarek. Terak. Murph.
Yeah, you look at it.
So much better.
He's a Murph. Look, like you look him in the eyes and you say, "You're a Murph."
Yeah.
So he comes walking out of the house, and we're all like, "Hey, Murph, we've all Ric Flair chopped each other, and you're the only one here who hasn't gotten chopped yet.
Yep.
So it's your turn to get chopped by all of us." He doesn't think about the fact that means that he should also get to chop all of us one time.
Nope.
That
Never
doesn't
crossed his mind.
Not once. And I was sitting there like,
and he's the sober one.
Yeah, he's the soberest. Soberest.
Yes, soberest.
And so we start laying in some heavy Flair chop. I think we drew blood.
You could see, like, he was like, I remember because he had me zoom in on his nipple. He's like, it's oozing.
There was actually oozing. Yeah.
He was lactating.
It may have been milk. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It may have been, yeah. But yeah, we all laid in the chops, and then he got Lewis Combs once. Like that's how it is. Like, because he's like, well, I need to be able to chop somebody, and so we just started moving down the hierarchy ladder.
Right.
Like who's below Murph? Combs. Yep. Okay.
Lewis. Yep.
So then Lewis is doing like all these flabby boy flex poses, and just like gets lit up by Murph.
But Murph is so bad at it that he basically belly chops him.
He just slaps him on the stomach.
Yeah, he's like, here, let me slap your stomach there, guy. Yeah, I'm gonna give him some of that. Real deep like.
You like the bread?
Yeah. Oh my God. Good times.
I also remember that night that we had to requisition a table for beer pong. And there was a very particular individual who wouldn't want their stuff disturbed. And so what we did is took a picture of the stuff before we disturbed it. And then we set up our beer pong table as it was supposed to be set up. And then at the end of the night, you bust your phone out and you're like, okay, put it here, put that there. No, a little more that way, a little bit more. Perfect. That there. We're good.
Yeah. I didn't think about it until just now, but they did that on that Chris Pratt show we watched on Amazon. What was that one, Dave? The military one?
Terminal List.
Terminal List. Yeah. He like goes in and takes a picture of this guy's stuff before he moves it around, and then I think he kills him maybe like the next night. But yeah, yeah.
I'm a terminalist.
I can't believe I thought of that. That's genius.
And the lower the motherfucker, Put some 18-inch rims on the motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a motherfucker. So when I roll around this town, it makes it look like I hover.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
to take a flat panel display monitor, put one in the back of the headrest, put one in the back of the seat column, put one in the steering column, put one in the bottom of the seat. So when my motherfucking friends sit on the motherfucking shit and break it, I can honestly say, I just don't give a fuck. You take some fuck. Some shit.
Yeah.
You gotta fuck shit.
Man, if you don't know who Reggie Watts is, look it up.
If you don't know who Reggie Watts is and you're listening to this podcast, how?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, he's so good and funny. Don't just be like, oh, Reggie Watts, oh, that's the musician on James Corden's show. No, go back and find his
he's
comedy
the
albums.
star. Like, I've never seen James Corden's show. I can tell you he's the most talented guy on the screen.
Oh yeah, easily. A lot of times he just kind of sits over there though, because it's not the Reggie Watts show.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's the British white guy show.
Yep.
Exactly.
Not have a British black guy show.
Who giggles like a puff. Like, that guy fucking giggles.
A what?
A
That
puff.
guy does giggle.
What's that?
That's
Go look
British
at James
for-
Corden. That's a puff. He's a puff.
Oh. Well then, okay.
He's a puff.
Is that like a Pokemon?
Nope, that's a puffin.
Dave's
HR
playing
Puffins.
basketball.
He's playing basketball. So Dave, what's up with you, man? What have you been up to lately? What you, other than trying to build people's houses?
Why are you on here?
Yeah, well, you've been not talking at all for 45 minutes.
I've just been drinking and listening to you guys. That's
Well, but also, weren't you supposed to be on a fire?
Yes, I was supposed to be on a fire. We got put on standby because apparently the fire hasn't fired enough. I don't know.
Who's we?
The fire hasn't fired enough would be also a good name.
Who's we?
A buddy of mine from Washington contacted me, told me that he got offered a contract to do a federal contract doing security for fires.
Oh, you got to keep the people out of the fire, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of people that like to see bad shit happen and then just want to go look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's called rubbernecking.
And plus hunting season is coming up, so
like a month.
Yeah.
Oh, when does that start?
Things will still be burning.
Up here.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
So basically, he couldn't take the contract, so he gave the guy running the teams my info, got a hold of me, and said, "Hey, you want to do some security on these fires?" I'm like, "Yeah." I sent him all my paperwork. He's like, "Cool. Let me know when you're ready." I'm like, "I'll be ready in a week." Well, the week came up, and I called him, and he's like, "Well, we got put on standby for a fire in Oregon." I'm like, "Cool. Well, let me know when we're ready to roll."
And wheels up. Hell yeah.
And I get a hold of him, and he says, "No, we're still on standby." I'm like, "That fire's still going, right?" He's like, "Yep." I'm like,
The government.
I mean, I've worked for the government most of my adult life, so I'm not surprised.
You really should.
That they're dragging their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking fed.
But then again, we've got 3 fires surrounding us right now,
and
they're all new.
Man, working for the government, man.
Yeah,
You're just on a marionette, man.
I am literally turning into Ron Swanson.
Who are you, man? Do you even know, man?
I've worked for the government most of my life. I just applied for a few more government jobs.
Just suckling from the government's teat, man.
And I hate the government.
I hate the government too, man.
No, I hate people, but I keep working with them. So
yeah,
man.
I mean, the government's give you money.
That's life.
Yeah. My hatred of the government does not pay my bills, so I as well get the government to pay me to pay my bills.
Well, what you need to do is start hating the government on a YouTube channel, and then hating the government can pay your bills.
Until they shut it down. Or
no, because YouTube is big on equal time right now.
Oh.
So you can hate the government right now and not be shut down for hate speech.
And honestly, you're not going to pick a side, I don't think. I think you hate both sides equally. So
yeah, you're like me. You hate all authority.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys know me. most people that know me know that I usually lean a certain way, a little bit more. Yes.
Yep. He's a puff.
But it's mostly about my lifestyle kind of stuff. Again, that doesn't really, right.
He's a puff.
The things that interest me. But at the same time, I think that the side that I like, that I usually line with more, is a bunch of idiots too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And that's like I like every time someone tries to talk politics with me at work, because I work in a very red workplace. Like every time someone tries to talk about politics, I'm like, look, man, it's either the Republican who's blasting me in the ass or the Democrat who's blasting me in the ass. Either way, it's one big ass blast, and I don't give a fuck anymore.
That sounded aggressive.
Well, you got to be aggressive with people who are 4'6".
Sometimes you
get. I'm a little aggressive today. I had to get a little. Had to get a little. Had to get a little out of pocket today at work.
I feel like you sent us, or at least me, a text.
Oh yeah, everyone. Most people got it.
Oh, did they?
There's a group of people I talk to on the daily that they all got the closing salvo.
Is that? Did you send that in a Snapchat?
I don't think I did. I sent you something in a Snapchat.
You sent me something. At 2:05, Jake says, got into it with someone at a dock. Maybe if you hadn't dropped out of school, you'd be where you want to be in life and not here. Man, shut up. Oh, struck a nerve. Yeah.
That's how the conversation ended. So it all started because I got there and I was like, yeah, I'm here to pick up my shit. And they like, well, what are you picking up? I'm like, I'm picking up some filters. Like, well, how many? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not in charge of your inventory. Like, I'm here to pick up. Like, they point the arrow, they release it, and I end up where they tell me to go. That's life. So they put 2 pallets like in front of the truck, so I have to move a pallet to get the first pallet onto the truck. I have to do all this on my own. And the guy's like, "Oh, you're able-bodied, right? Like you can handle it. Like, aren't you strong enough to pick up the dock plate?" Like, I'm like, "Okay, guy, whatever your fucking problem is. Like, is the heat getting to you, my guy?" And he's like, "No, you just been an asshole since you got here." I'm like, "Dude, you guys I've been standing here for 40 fucking minutes to get 2 pallets of filters. How hard is it? There's 5 of you here." And like one of the guys was like the most egregious mouth breather I have ever seen in the history of time. Like, it wasn't even a mouth breathing. His tongue was almost, he was like, he looked at me like with his, like, the tip of his tongue was like pushing against his bottom row of teeth, and it was like the rest of his tongue was trying to jump out of his mouth, but it was being held back. Yeah, open your mouth wider.
This is like getting that. Weird.
Yeah, that's pretty much how he stood there.
I had a Saint Bernard once. It reminds me of that.
Yeah. So this guy and I get into it, and he's like, "Oh, you're still here? If I was loading that truck, I'd be done by now." And I'm like, "Yeah, but
if you were loading this truck, I'd be done by now."
Yeah. I looked at him like, "Yeah, but it'd be done shitty."
Oh.
And so there's this other guy who looks like he was a big fan of Linkin Park when they were popular. And he also looks like a guy whose wife came on to me because they're in an open relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's like, "Yeah, you think you're some hot shit because you drive around a flatbed all day?" And I'm almost never this guy. I'm almost never this guy. I don't like to bring this up. I looked at the dude and I said, "Trust me, I make way more driving around in my air-conditioned flatbed than you make in this hot-ass warehouse." And that he walked away because he couldn't think of anything else to say at that point.
Yeah, you better walk on, old man.
Yeah, you better walk on. So meanwhile, this guy is just like basically watching me work, which is the most I've seen him do since I got there. And just like trying to talk shit to me. And I've got something to say because I'm ready for football.
Right.
So I've got something to say for everything he's got. And at one point, I'm like, dude, why don't you just fuck off and stop wasting my time? You've wasted enough of it as it is.
Right.
And he's like, or else what? And I'm holding like a metal bar that's like this long as we're having this conversation, and I'm like, only fake tough guys play the or else what game.
Right.
Either stop talking or get about some action.
It's like the guy, you remember that TikTok where the guy like winds up like he's gonna punch and he's like, "Oh!" way back, like it's that guy.
Yeah, it's like I look at him, I'm like, either shut the fuck up or get about some action.
Mm-hmm.
And that's he's sitting there and he's staring at me. He says something else, and that's when I hit him with the, maybe if you hadn't dropped out, you'd be where you want to be instead of working here now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I got the man shut up and the walk off. Then that's how I knew I hit him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He was willing to walk away from a shit talking conversation because I hit him with some truth that I picked from. I looked at him and I downloaded him. It was like the T-1000 looking at a person.
Right. Yep.
Like no threat.
He did not like it.
Did not like it. He did not like it. And so at the end of that whole conversation, I text my boss and I'm like, "Hey boss, I said,
heads up.
If possible, I suggest we move to a different vendor for our filtration services other than TFS. They are an unfortunate group of people."
Wow.
And her response was, "Thanks for letting me know. I will tell the buyers."
Boom.
And so I also said, like, I'm not picking up from them anymore. If we must purchase from them, they can deliver. And I can't wait for them to deliver.
Right?
Oh, I can't wait for them to come to my house. Because all of a sudden my bay doors aren't going to work.
Oh, which means you got to carry them all in through the regular ass door.
One by one.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just like you told me that it's my responsibility to load the truck because, like, you've done your job.
Mm-hmm.
It's your responsibility to offload the truck.
Yeah, sorry.
It's my break time, too. So I'm not going to sign that for another 10 minutes.
Of course, my response would be like, all right, I'm going to unload it right here in front of the door. He can figure it out.
Which, they aren't.
I don't know if they're that smart, though.
They aren't. I was going to say they wouldn't. They would just kind of suck it up because,
that's their life.
That's their life.
Yeah. That happens.
So yeah, shit got heated for me today. But as is often the case, and like my boss knows that if I call down the thunder, I don't do this every day.
Right.
Like 99 out of 100 interactions I have at work, I'm like, "Hey man, I'm here to pick up my stuff.
Right.
How's your day? Awesome. Can I have one of these candies? Cool, thank you. Oh my God, you have a dog? This is a nice dog."
Wait, they all have dogs? 99 of them have dogs?
99. Mm-hmm. Well, it's in Seattle. You've been to Seattle.
Everyone's got a fucking dog.
Everybody's got it. That's
it's either Corgi or Jack Russell Terrier.
They're the worst. We'll save this for another episode, but the dog culture is out of control.
Oh.
Dog culture is out of control, people.
That might be the name of the next episode.
The fur baby epidemic, as I like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It is
unbelievable.
Yeah,
if you wouldn't bring your child to a bar, don't bring your fur child to a bar either. But these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. I want to thank Dave for his continued efforts in being the third man, the third sexiest, grayest, salt and pepperest man in the booth.
Just over here getting double teamed.
Now we're talking double team supreme. He likes to go skiing. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
Podcast.
Catchphrase.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Yeah.